Blockchain is a term we're stuck with. Similar to AI, the terminology does not encapsulate the evolving infrastructure of its technology. In simple terms, a blockchain is a distributed ledger with decentralized control. A distributed ledger can be thought of as an Excel spreadsheet with all kinds of increments of user data. The significant difference is this Excel spreadsheet is decentralized, encrypted, and distributed across numerous locations around the world. Again, blockchains are a database where anyone can see a copy of the block but cannot change the information that has already been verified. This allows data to be collected and confirmed transparently and securely. The smaller increments of data in this ledger are referred to as blocks. These blocks are all chained together to form one large blockchain. If you're the owner of an authorized block and want to make changes to the block, it has to be verified by nodes on the network. These nodes are individual authenticators who take the place of traditional notaries. When making changes to an existing block, nodes are hired to authenticate the block's validity. A block will be updated after consensus is reached by nodes, and newly distributed copies are stored on the blockchain in many locations. Only you can edit your block. If a hacker tampers with a copy of a block, it will be flagged as fraudulent. The blockchain automatically labels a tampered block as corrupt because thousands of verified versions already exist. Blockchains are used to authenticate transactions. Blockchain technology is viewed as revolutionary because real-world applications are virtually endless. Society, governments, corporations, and ordinary people can better their life by utilizing blockchain technology. There are hundreds, if not thousands of ways blockchain technology can improve everyone's daily lives. To keep things short and sweet, here are 9 everyday blockchain uses. Number 1. Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies allow people to directly transact with one another without having to trust or depend on third parties. The first instance of this began in 2008 trading the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Since then, over 5,500 different cryptocurrencies have been created. Cryptocurrencies are viewed as deflationary assets and a secure store of value. The initial concept behind cryptocurrency was to give everyday people independent control of their financial well-being without being dependent on government or a third-party overseer. Number 2. Cars. Have you ever heard of odometer fraud? This is when a car owner reduces the actual mileage on the vehicle to appear significantly lower. This way, the owner can sell the car at a higher price because it appears newer than it really is. The government tries to stop this fraudulent behavior by collecting mileage reports during safety inspections. Granted, it's challenging to turn back the miles of a car in the 21st century because odometers are primarily digital today. But odometer scams still occur. Instead, car companies can replace digital odometers with smart odometers that connect to the internet and automatically keep track of the mileage on a blockchain. This guarantees a digital certificate of the car where everyone can access its history. Because this data is tracked on a blockchain, no one can tamper with the block and turn back the mileage. Bosch's IoT lab is currently testing this method on 100 plus cars in Germany and Sweden. Number 3. Intellectual property. Blockchain technology works excellent to replace the job of a notary. If you are a notary, you may want to innovate and find another career because in 2050, blockchain technology will likely terminate the need for a traditional notary. For now, notaries are in demand to confirm and verify documents. You can use a blockchain to achieve the same desired outcome, making your documents verification process faster and often cheaper than going with a notary. For example, Stamp.io is a website that allows anyone to upload a document to the Ethereum or Bitcoin blockchain to be authenticated. This process encapsulates a proof of document like a notary would do. Currently, in 2021, the legal system gives more credible significance to a traditional notary. Still, in a few decades, the legal system is likely to change its viewpoint, and put more importance on hundreds and thousands of nodes, verifying a document's authenticity on a blockchain. Number 4. Digital voting. Voting by mail or on paper through voting booths is expensive. Additionally, electronic voting is exposed to security breaches and fraudulent behavior. Instead of voting by mail or electronically, American voters can use blockchains to cast, validate, and store votes. In theory, the idea of switching all votes to a blockchain is ideal, but this does not come without its challenges. First, the blockchain needs to be programmed to verify the identity of a person's vote without exposing their personal information. Secondly, people would probably vote on their centralized devices like a computer or a cell phone. These devices can be hacked with fraudulent malware, potentially casting an invalid vote for the opposing candidate. Ensuring that these components and other possible challenges are secure, voting via blockchain is more practical than the current voting system. Number 5. Food industry. Blockchain technology can track food products the instant they are harvested, all the way to a consumer's refrigerator. This technology is helpful because each year, the World Health Organization estimates 420,000 deaths are attributed to foodborne disease. Primarily, the numbers are so high due to the amount of energy and time spent tracking, then isolating contaminated food. Using blockchain, the WHO can be certain where the food was harvested, where it has been transferred to, who has been in contact with it, and the location where it was sold to consumers. The blockchain provides a digital certificate verifying whether or not all the required variables have been met. Also, keeping easily accessible data to every piece and place in contact with the contaminated food, the World Health Organization can instantly notify grocery store chains and the people they serve. IBM and Walmart are currently working on this issue. They were able to track the location of a box of mangoes in 2 seconds using blockchain technology. If you were to use the traditional system, it would take days or weeks to find foodborne illness. Number 6. Clothing stores. Similar to how blockchain technology can instantly track all components of a foodborne illness outbreak, the same verifiable tracking technology applies to counterfeit goods. Clothing brands like Louis Vuitton or Gucci have company stores that sell verified products. When shopping at a physical resale store or online only, the store owner can track their inventory's origin and shipment on a blockchain to ensure the goods are not counterfeit. Blockchain technology is crucial for clothing stores that supply high-ticket items. Equally affected, the customer would not be pleased to be in the dark that their clothing article is counterfeit and not made by the desirable brand. IBM is currently working on this technology by tracking the origins and distribution sites of cargo shipments brought into the US. This effectively makes global trade secure, transparent, and efficiently satisfies the needs of all parties involved. Number 7. Insurance claims. When you add a smart contract to a blockchain, the smart contract automatically self-executes when certain conditions are met. Insurance companies can use the blockchain network and smart contracts to validate a customer's claim in a more timely fashion. Additionally, it is likely to be cheaper for both the customer and the insurance agency because the need for an insurance salesman, or quote-unquote middleman, is dissolved. Number 8. Medical records and identity. You might prefer to keep your medical records private and only accessible to the doctor of your choice. Instead of having your medical records stored on a centralized device, you can move them over to a private blockchain. A doctor can only gain access to those records with your approval, digital signature. Regarding identity, you can store your complete and encompassing identity on a blockchain and choose what bits you want to reveal in any given situation. For example, you want to order an alcoholic drink at a bar. The law only requires to prove that you are over the legal drinking age. With the use of a smart contract, you can verifiably prove you are of legal drinking age without having to disclose information that you're sensitive about. This might include your address, your name, your height, your weight, your sexual orientation. All of this sensitive information is irrelevant. All of this sensitive information irrelevant to you ordering a beer is listed on a driver's license. Number 9. Artist royalties. A music streaming service like Spotify or Apple Music can apply 2 smart contracts to their streaming platform. One that stores a user's monthly subscription payment, and the other stores the music listened to by the user. At the end of the month, the smart contract automatically distributes money paid by the listener to the artist they listened to based on how many times the user played their songs. This distribution method is more precise in dividing a listener's payment among artists at a more efficient cost basis. Here is what these 9 everyday blockchain uses tell us. Blockchain technology can improve the speed, functionality, and efficiency of daily transactions. These 9 examples are just scratching the surface. Blockchain technology is rapidly evolving and can be used to create a better world for most, if not all, people involved.